Welcome to another classic college football game. I'm Chris Fowler. Coming up, Ohio State and Michigan from 1969, the beginning of the 10-year war between Bo's Wolverines and Woody's Buckeyes. Now, at the time, Bo was trying to build a program while Woody was busy defending a national championship. To take you through this historic game, we head out to Ann Arbor and two Michigan men, Dan Dierdorf and Bo Schembechler.
Thanks, Chris, and welcome here to the campus of the University of Michigan. Of all places, this is Schembechler Hall.
Right.
Coach, we're going to talk about the 1969 game with Ohio State, and you haven't even been, at that time, the head coach of the University of Michigan for an entire year yet. What a spot to find yourself.
Well, you knew how tumultuous that year was, Dan.
Yes, I sure do.
When I came in here, and this game, of course, was against an Ohio State team that Woody admittedly said was the greatest team he ever had, and all of the knowledgeable sports writers around the country called it the greatest team of all time. They were defending national champion. They were unbeaten, untied coming into Michigan Stadium, and it was generally thought that the only team that could really compete with them were the powerful Minnesota Vikings at that time.
Yes, and they were not in the Big Ten.
No, they didn't play in the Big Ten, right.
We were huge underdogs, and for you, obviously Woody Hayes was just not another guy.
No, Ohio State wasn't another team, and he wasn't another guy. You got to understand, when I came in here, I told our staff, because I was the only guy that had ever coached in the Big Ten.
Right.
I told our staff that we are here to beat one and only one team, Woody Hayes and Ohio State, and that we would do something every day in order to beat them, because that would establish our program here.
We had lost 2 games during the course of the season before the Ohio State game, but we had won the previous week against Iowa in Iowa City. That locker room scene is something I'll never forget.
Well, Iowa was a pretty darn good team. They had a winning record, and they were not a bad team, and we beat them something like 51-6. And they have that locker room halfway up the steps.
Right.
Remember that?
Oh, absolutely.
So you go in there to take your pads off and everything. So we went in that locker room, and I was supposed to say something. And I'll never forget this, and you guys were all pounding each other, beat Ohio, beat Ohio. You're pounding on everybody. And my coach says, Bo, you better stop them. They're getting up too early. And I said, no, let them go. I'm not going to say a word, man. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Well, we were ready to play.
Yeah.
And the date of the game was November the 23rd, 1969. It was on ABC, and making the call, Bill Fleming and Lee Grosskopf.
First and 10 for Michigan. The ball on the 10-yard line. Ohio State kept the ball for 3 minutes and 40 seconds after taking the opening kickoff. And now quarterback Don Moorhead sets his team. Hands off to Billy Taylor. Gets about a yard, maybe a yard and a half before Stillwagon underneath. Number 68 makes the stop. 3rd down and 5. Ball at the Michigan 15. There's no score. Handoff goes to Taylor, and he's hit hard, and down at the line of scrimmage he goes. Jim Stillwagon making the stop. So it brings up a 4th down, and Mark Werner, number 49, checks into the Michigan backfield. Perfect snap to Werner, and an end-over-end kick sails across midfield and is taken on the fly at the 48. Zolini is missed. He goes to the 35, slides through to the 32, still on his feet. One man between him and the goal line, and it's Werner. He knocks him out of bounds at the 15-yard line, the man who punted the ball. What a run by Larry Zolina.
And what a versatile athlete he is.
The Buckeyes are down there threatening again. It's 3rd and goal to go on the 1. Otis, touchdown for Ohio State. Jim Otis scoring the 34th touchdown of his career, the 16th this year, and he puts the Buckeyes, number 1 in the country, in front, 6-0. Stan White back to try for the extra point for Ohio State. The score coming, 7:38 to go in the first quarter. Snap a little low. He gets it up, however, and it is no good. It is off to the right. ABC and the NCAA combine to celebrate the centennial year of college football. And with time out, the score, Ohio State 6, Michigan nothing. Now getting ready to kick the ball off, Stan White. And the deep men for Michigan, 2 speedsters, Billy Taylor and Glenn Doughty. Both can run the 100. in about 9-7. It's a short kick, and Doughty takes it at the 18. Breaks to the 30, goes to the 35, and is pulled down at the 44-yard line. He almost broke away. Had it not been for Ted Provost, number 46, and Mike Sensabaugh, number 3, all he did is, since that time, has gained 200 yards per game. 2nd and 9. Moorhead fires. He's got Oldham at the 47-yard line of Ohio State. Ted Provost and Mike Sensabaugh bring him down. Mike Oldham is a sophomore from Cincinnati, a big rangy fellow, 6'3", 200-pounder. At the 46-yard line of Ohio State. First penetration by Michigan into Buckeye territory. Handoff goes to Billy Taylor, and he picks up the first down at the 43-yard line. Paul Schmidten, number 74, making the stop. The first down of the Wolverines in this ball game. Ohio State leads 6-0. Pass complete to Mandich, the captain of the Michigan team, the tight end, and he struggles to try to get that extra yard at the 36-yard line. Mike Sensabaugh and Ted Provost bringing him down. Big Jim Mandich comes from Solon, Ohio. He's a senior. 2 weeks from today for the Southwest Conference Championship here on ABC. 2nd down and 8. Moorhead fires down the middle. He's got Mandich at the 21-yard line. First down. Lamka brought him down along with Sensabaugh. And these Michigan fans are going crazy.
Here it is, one of those patterns we talked about. Tight end Jim Mandich simply running the curl or the hook pattern, finding the open area, and Don Moorhead right on target.
4 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Ohio State leads 6-0, but Michigan has a first down and 10 on the 20-yard line. Take handoff, get him to Gabler. Gabler gets another first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Brought down by Mike Sensabaugh. John Gabler playing in the right halfback spot, a senior from Royal Oak, Michigan. First and goal to go. The ball is on the 9-yard line. Michigan trails 6-0. Keeping the ball is Moorhead. He gets down to the 3-yard line and worms his way to the 2.
And Michigan perhaps taking a page out of Ohio State's book that time, going to the full house backfield inside the 10-yard line, and Moorhead running the option play.
2nd down. Handoff. Touchdown for Michigan. Garvie Craw carrying it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And you talk about pandemonium, here it is.
It's all tied 6-6 as Michigan took that kickoff up to the 45-yard line, and in 10 plays, mixing them up between running and passing, the Wolverines move 55 yards to try for the extra point. Frank Titus is back. It's good, and Ohio State trails Michigan now by the score of 7-6 with 3 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the first quarter. Timeout here at the Michigan Stadium in Ann Arbor. The score now, Michigan 7, Ohio State 6.
Ohio State took the lead early, Coach. They scored the first touchdown, but they didn't convert. We held them to a 6-0 lead.
Right. And when we got the ball, we had a really important drive, because after they scored, and it looked like it was pretty easy for them to score.
Right.
And we came right back, hit a couple of key passes to Jim Mandich, and moved the ball down, and Garvie Craw went in for a touchdown from about 2 yards out, and we converted. So for the first time, Ohio State in the first half of any game was behind 7-6.
Yeah,
So-
a place they had never been before. You mentioned Jim Mandich. He was our captain in 1969, a player from the state of Ohio, like a lot of us were.
Right.
I can't imagine what a thrill that had to be for him to get off to such a good start against Ohio State.
Well, he had a great year. He caught 50 passes for us that year, and did a good job of blocking. And he was a very competitive player and an emotional player. And the game meant a lot to him. Because that 50 points that they put on you guys in '68, I don't think anybody forgot.
Now, how could we? You made the scout team. Everybody on the scout team wore a jersey with 50 on it the entire week before the game.
Right.
Yeah. Psychologically, very nice, Bo.
I know. Well, it worked.
Yes, it did. When Ohio State jumped out to that 6-0 lead, I look at it as hugely important that we were able to mount a good, strong drive and get a score of our own. Because let's face it, you don't want to lose confidence early in a game that big.
Especially when they scored so early, you know, it would make you nervous. But we got the ball and we executed an excellent drive, and we hit a couple passes to Mandich, and we got down in there and Craw knocked it in. Now, when that team came off the field, there was a lot of enthusiasm because we had taken the lead 7-6, and we proved to ourselves we can move the football and we can score in Ohio State.